Let's take a fascinating journey to the intricate world of the mind and its molecular underpinnings. Imagine your brain bustling city where neurons like Leo work together to keep everything running smoothly. Just like a city has traffic lights and zone laws, our brain has genetic and epigenetic mechanisms that regulate how genes are expressed. One key player is the serotonin transport gene. It is a gatekeeper for mood regulation. Variations or polymorphisms in the gene can influence how well this gatekeeper works, affecting serotonin levels and potentially mood disorders. Our DNA isn't just a static blueprint, it's dynamic with epigenetic regulation acting like traffic signals that turn genes on or off. This regulation often involves methylation, where methyl groups attach to cytosine nucleotides, especially at CPG sites in our genome, violating gene activity. Methylation is like a dimmer switch controlling how brightly certain genes shine. Enzymes called DNA methyltransferases handle this methylation dance, depositing or removing methyl groups and influencing phenotypes. Methylation patterns in the glucocorticoid receptor gene can affect our stress response via the hypothalamic pituitary adrenocortical axis, influencing cortisol levels and inflammation. Epigenetic signatures in the oxytocin receptor gene might shape social bonding and trust. Researchers use techniques like bisulfite sequencing to map these methylation patterns and principal component analysis to make sense of complex data. Shifting gears to mental health, conditions like psychosis, bipolar disorder, and depression often show structural brain changes. Glucocortical thinning in areas like the anterior cingulate or the temporal lobe, symptoms such as delusions, hallucinations, suspiciousness, or social withdrawal are common threads. Therapies like cognitive behavior therapy or narrative exposure therapy and exposure-based psychotherapy are used to reshape how individuals interpret their experiences. Neurotransmitters like catecholamines and hormones like glucocorticoids play crucial roles in our stress and reward system. The sympathetic adrenal medullary system ramps up during stress, releasing adrenaline, while the hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis manages cortisol release, which has immunosuppressive and anti-inflammatory effects. Interestingly, glucocorticoids can influence processes like glucogenesis and inflammation, tying our stress response to immune function. Regions like the lateral orbital frontal gyrus, superior temporal gyrus, and the supramarginal gyrus are involved in perception, social cognition, and language, areas often affected in mental health disorders. The interplay of genetics, epigenetics, brain structure, and behavior creates a complex but fascinating mosaic, reminding us that understanding the mind involves both molecular magic and psychological insight.